Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, how is everybody this morning?
Everybody as in me?
As in you. Well, yeah, you and I are the only ones in the room. Although we have a new audience today.
Oh,
I
yeah.
figured out Instagram for the first time. So welcome, Instagram. Good to have you. I'm kind of rough when it comes to Instagram. I don't know how to use it. But my New Year's resolution this year is to get better with our live videos. So, welcome to the new year.
Welcome.
I am Coach Monica. I am the CEO and founder of KM Health Coaching, formerly known as Keto Mom Coaching. So we have expanded, we have grown, we've just branched out there, and so we are encapsulating a whole lot, way beyond keto, and we still do keto. We still believe in it. We still teach it. We still believe in the science. I sat with a client yesterday, and I got all teary-eyed when I listened to her story about no longer having pain. It's like, this is why I do what I do, right? This is why we do what we do, and why we believe in the science of keto and the science of whole foods. So, hey, good morning, Stephanie. Good to have you this morning. I have no idea how to communicate on Instagram. So, good morning, Instagram. It looks like it's kind of stuck, and I don't know. We may have to improve the whole Instagram feed because it looks like it's all whopper jawed. So, how are you, Darcy? You just like slid in. Do you guys have snow in Anderson?
No, we have a cold rain and it's miserable.
Oh yeah. I walked outside and I didn't know what we had. We had about maybe 3 inches of snow, but it was raining, and our trash cans fell down. And there must have been a gust of wind. They flew down. They were so heavy with the wet snow that I couldn't lift them. So somebody has me on YouTube trying to wrestle with our garbage cans this morning.
That's fun. Well, I slid in. We had a grooming appointment for Clark, which was highly needed.
Oh yeah.
I did that.
Charlotte has her grooming appointment tomorrow, so
yours is a little closer than mine.
Oh, you have a ways away, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Oh gosh, I'm overlooking my Instagram and it does look a little wonky. So I will have to fix that next week, guys. I apologize. Darcy, you're very large on Instagram right now.
I am.
Camera's just focused right in there. So
oh well. Hey guys.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my New Year's resolution. You don't start out your resolutions perfect, right?
Right. Well, right. I almost made it not perfect because I showed up on like 2 minutes beforehand. So
I was not going to even let you in the door. If you were coming in late, I was like, I'm taking this thing and I am rolling with it live.
Wow.
I'm going to let you in. Nope.
Ouch, Coach.
Oh, I worked out this morning.
Good.
It was a good workout. I'm exhausted. It was ab day today.
Can I tell you something that I learned?
What'd you learn
about working out?
What'd you learn?
When you are flexing your muscles, people have found that they're called hope molecules, which then trigger into your brain, and that's the part that kind of helps those neurons in your brain give you hope. So go flex your muscles, y'all. Get yourself some hope.
When I flex my muscles, I shake because I have to flex them so hard so you can see them. And then when I do it, I have to hold the bottom so that you don't see the extra part down there.
That's my goal for this year, is to work the under part so I can be defined. The under part.
That's a good goal. That's a good goal.
I like it.
My goal is just to not die at the gym.
Oh, well.
I set my bar way low. My goal is just to get there. If I can get there, I've already won the day.
Right.
Oh, today we're going to talk about a fun subject. We're going to talk about why low-calorie diets make you fat. And a lot of people are like, "Well, isn't that a little bold, Monica?" And you know where my head goes. I don't care what people think. I tell the truth because and you tell the truth too. You just make it a little nicer than I do.
I don't know how. I told myself this year I wasn't sugarcoating anything anymore. No sugarcoating.
No, we can't. We can't because Because you know what? They don't sugarcoat it.
No.
They hurt our clients. Low calorie diets. And when we talk about low calorie diets, we're talking about the company that I hate. We're talking about, I hate is a really strong word.
It
I,
is.
I loathe them because they are hurting our people. Because they put these clients who come to us completely hopeless, absolutely famished and starving, and we can't do anything with them because their calories have been so low, they've crashed their metabolism. And so Octavia hurts people. And I probably said that wrong, but it hurts people.
Yeah.
The other one, we're talking about the weight loss shots as well. The 800 calorie to 1,000 calorie diets. Hey, Sherry,
Hi,
it's good to see you
Sherry.
this morning. Good to see you. But these diets that are low
I didn't
calorie.
get that. Could you try again?
Apparently, when I said hello to Sherry, Siri thought I was talking to her. I'm not.
No.
No.
Stop listening.
Not listening. So, we're going to talk about why low calorie diets actually make you fat. You see, everybody wants a shortcut. Everybody wants a shortcut. And Darcy, you had a client this morning that messaged you, and without giving any names and the whole HIPAA thing, tell us what this client's story was. It really triggered my brain. And it was really funny because I had already picked out the topic before we got this message from this client, and the topics go so closely together. So do you have that comment pulled up?
I do. You want me to read just the top?
Just the top one. Yeah, the top one. Yeah, read his comment.
This one was the one that triggered me too. It was like, wow, that was deep. But it's my best thinking and knowledge. The best thinking and knowledge got me 300 pounds. I'm 219 this morning, which is a win.
Huge.
Huge win. And it said the morning following the CAM program, I need to trust the process, not my emotions.
Yeah, what that part that he said, my best thinking and knowledge got me to 300 pounds. What this client is talking about are the low calorie diets. The low calorie diets actually reverse and make you gain weight. The problem is people are in such a quick, hurried pace. They want to get rid of the body fat so badly. They're willing to do anything to do it. And what they're doing is they're reversing the process and they're making themselves bigger and bigger and bigger. There's probably a 3-month period where the client who is on a low calorie diet gets to that goal weight, that magical number on the scale is what I like to call it, unicorn number. They get to that number, they're so excited, and then because they don't even have to do a binge, they don't have to do a complete reversal right away in order to gain this weight back, because all they have to do is eat a steak and eat something normal, and normal 1,200 calorie, which is still too low, takes 1,200 calories to keep a toddler alive.
Yep.
All they have to do is eat a normal meal and they start gaining the weight and it starts coming back.
You
One
know,
of the yeah.
on top of that, I was thinking of when that article that you sent me yesterday about the jab thing that people are getting. They're like, oh, it helps with heart disease, and there was another one, diabetes. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, so does eating healthy.
Absolutely.
Right? You don't need a shot for that. That was the
Yeah.
one that, and in the like Stephanie just said, like that's also what it does. It starts to hit your muscles and deplete those. So you're not only losing that muscle mass, but you're choosing an easy way out to lose that muscle mass, and do this all by eating healthier choices.
And when you get to my age, I know you are a youngin' thing, Darcy, but when you get to my age, you need that muscle. When you go into the menopause age, you need that muscle. And so what you're doing when you're going on these low calorie diets is you're losing your muscle mass. And you don't get that back.
Right.
You don't get that back. This is something that is permanent. And that's what we're finding out with these weight loss shots is people are going into the 800 calorie zone, losing a ton of weight right away. Well, they think they're going to be on the weight loss drug the rest of their life. Well, what they're doing is they're killing their muscle mass.
Yeah.
They're killing their, and so one of these things, I'm reading this book. By the way, excellent book, The Power to Change by Craig Groeschel. I was reading this book yesterday, and he's talking in here about why we need to change and how we need to change and how we can't change what we do until we change what we think we are. And there's a lot of opinions about these self-help books, but you know what? I'm a really good picker and chooser. I pick out what is good for what I need to learn, and I throw away the rest. Right? One of this things that captured me yesterday was he said to ensure a weed doesn't come back, you have to reach down and pull out what is not visible on the surface. What is visible on the surface with these people on these low calorie diets? The fat is visible on the surface. And what these people are not willing to do is reach down underneath that to find out what's underneath the surface. It's like treating an illness. You can't deal with the symptom and ignore the real problem causing the symptom, which for most of us, 80% of us are food addicts. And this is not an emotional eating food addict. This is a chemically altered brain addict. And so when these people go on these low calorie diets, they are, like our client said this morning, they're overcorrecting. The majority of the accidents on the road that happen on the road are because of overcorrection. So you have a deer jump out in front of you. You don't get in an accident because you hit the deer. You get in an accident because you overcorrect and you steer to the left or to the right. You go to oncoming traffic or you go into a telephone pole. Overcorrecting is where the crashes happen.
Mhm.
Same goes with dieting. When we overcorrect and say, I hate this body fat, I am going over to the right, I'm starving myself. When we do that, we're overcorrecting. We're going to crash our metabolism. Let's talk a little bit about what a crash metabolism does. When we have a client who comes to us, and by the way, because of all of these harmful drugs that are happening right now and the weight that is coming raging back on all of these medications and these weight loss shots, I had to create a program specifically for the GLP-1 clients, because they come to us as this weight is raging back on their bodies and they're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? They're panicked. Well, because they've crashed their metabolism, because they have hurt their bodies, they've removed the muscle, they have done all this damage to their body, we have to put them on a reverse diet. A reverse diet is painful.
Mhm.
Have you been on a reverse diet, Darce? Have we done that with you yet?
Uh, no.
It is painful. It is absolutely. I hired a health coach
Yeah.
because, in all honesty and full disclosure, when we take our clients through the program, we also have to put our clients on a reverse diet,
Mhm.
because any caloric, a caloric amount that stays the same for a while means an adapted metabolism, right? So we also put our clients on a reverse diet. So it's not the reverse diet that's bad, right? We need that. However, when a client comes to us on an 800 calorie to 1,000 calorie diet, we have to put them on a reverse diet. So I created a program for those people who have decided to take the route of the GLP-1. No judgment, whatever. Come to us. We're going to reverse your diet. And in 4 months, we're going to fix you. And we're going to make it so you keep that weight off of your body and so you don't gain it back.
Can I say that I didn't do a reversal, but I probably should have?
Mhm,
But in my world, since I just do this, I think this was years before we even realized that we needed, like, people were crashing their metabolism.
mhm.
Um, and I took the long way. So, my journey may have been like this for a
Yeah.
while until my
Yeah.
body started to catch up.
Yeah, well,
So
and you did do over exercise, right?
I
Remember
did.
that? You did over exercise and
Yeah.
you didn't eat enough. And so
Yeah.
kinda you did do a reverse diet before
Right.
we knew how to do it.
And I
Now
had
we're trained and we know how to
questions.
do it.
I had questions when I was doing that, because I didn't feel right. I didn't
Mhm.
feel like I should when other people were exercising, they had, like, this energy about them. But then between that and not having the energy because I wasn't
Yeah.
eating enough, but then also I had to take into play what my hormones were doing too. So I thought I was a complete failure a lot of
Oh,
times.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I had, like, my body was telling me all these things, and
Yeah.
I
Your
I
body was
just
speaking to
didn't
you.
listen. So
Right.
yeah.
And because we've been trained for so long, we have been trained that eat less, move more. We have been in that line in that category. Because of that, we have had to reverse our thinking and say, wait a minute, eat more, lose more. That
Mhm.
is completely counterintuitive because we've been told, don't eat, don't eat, don't eat. And so we get stalled. So here's the science behind what happens when you eat less and why you get fat. Okay. So what happens is you start out, you join and you put buku bucks into this company that I don't like. You put buku bucks because they're going to give you fuelings. They're going to give you the food they want you to eat, which happens to be about 800 to 1,000 calories, right? So you're paying about 500, 3 to 500 a month for this, okay? You're excited because you're like, finally, something's going to work because you've seen all of your friends do this.
Yeah.
I don't know how many clients we have been working with. We're in the mud with them working, and they are looking to the right. And I will hear on the phone or on the Zoom call, I will hear, Monica, my friend's losing 60 pounds in 2 months. Monica, what about this? Monica, what about this? What if I would do this? What if we cut our calories? Because my friend, my friend, my friend. Well, her friend is killing herself, and her friend in 6 months is going to be double the weight that she was when she started, because what she's done is she's ingesting 800 to 1,000 calories. She's doing this, the body's falling, the body fat's falling off, because if you starve yourself you will lose weight, my friends. No doubt about that. You
Yep.
starve yourself, you're going to lose weight. So she gets to this beautiful, lovely, magical number on the scale, and she says, "Oh my gosh, I feel amazing." She goes out shopping. She gets to buy clothes in the smaller section. She gets to go out of the plus section. She's feeling pretty sexy and she's feeling amazing. So she's like, well, I just got this off. I know what to do now. I know how to keep this off. So, I'm going to loosen up a little bit. I'm not going to put money into those feelings anymore because I know how to eat. I've kept it off for 3 months. Things are good, right? So they go out and they get a steak. They go out and they have a normal day of food. And let me talk to you about a normal day of food. A normal day of food is 1,400 calories, and that's if you're at a calorie deficit. Your TDEE should be around the 2,000 calorie mark. So they go and they eat a normal, healthy food. They go and they have apples, oatmeal. They have all of the healthy stuff because they're not going to gain this weight back. Well, there are 3,500 calories in a pound. All right. So let's say that they are eating, that their TDEE should be about 2,500 calories. They've been eating 800 calories. Their metabolism has stopped here. So their body is like, oh, you're starving me. I'm going to protect you. I'm holding on to everything I can because I know that you're going to starve me. So they have adapted their metabolism down here at 800 calories. They eat a normal meal that a toddler eats at 1,200 calories. Do the math on that. 3,500 calories is a pound. Count how many days and how many weeks before they have put on 7 pounds. And all they're doing is eating enough for a toddler.
Right.
So they've adapted their metabolism. Now they're stuck because now, if they're on the GLP-1 medication, that food noise is back. That food noise, they're suddenly starting to see food in the kitchen that they didn't have before. They didn't have that food noise before. The food noise is raging. The emotional eating is starting to happen. They're starting to eat what a normal person's eating. What happens? The weight comes raging back.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do? Darcy, in this scenario, I'm tossing this over to you. What do we do in this situation when a client comes to us and they have adapted their metabolism down at 800 calories? Are they hopeless?
No.
Is it 199% sure that they're going to gain that weight back, or how do they get out of this scenario?
So when you guys come to us, when that has happened and you're feeling hopeless because now that you were feeling good, now you're not,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have to do a lot of like breaking it down. Like, okay, what have you been doing before? Because we don't know you. We didn't know what you did before. So we've got to break it all down. We start to do a build. We see what you've been eating, look at what your TDEE is, and then we start to build it from there.
Let me explain, pause you there and talk about TDEE.
Yeah.
So the total daily energy expenditure. So if we went to our training and our formula in our head, we would know where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
We would know where your total daily energy expenditure is supposed to be because of your weight, your height, your age, all of that. A calculator would tell us where you're supposed to be. The problem is, and the TDEE means it's how many calories it takes to maintain your current weight. Okay. So the problem is you've been way down here at 800 calories. So if we came in and we gave you our normal client formula, you'd be gaining weight because you are way down here. So what we have to do is take your data, your individual data. Problem with that is because of this high, fast, take it off of me now society that we live in, people get mad.
Yeah.
They're like, don't take 2 weeks to get my data. We can't do anything until we have your data. We've got to know what exactly you're eating every day. So we have to ask you, okay, we're collecting your data for 2 weeks, 14 days. I want to know every piece of food that goes in your mouth and how much it is. I need to know exact data because I got to know where your TDE is, which is not up here, it's way down here. Then when we find that, what do we do, Darce?
Then we do some macro calculations and we just slowly build it up.
Conservative. Yeah.
We are not wanting to put too many calories in all at once so you gain. We are just slowly adapting your body to food until we get to that point where you start to gain, and then we know where you are. Like then we know that your body's ready to bump it back down again.
Takes about 4 months.
Yeah.
Takes about 4 months just to find where your metabolism is.
That's why we push so hard on, stop crashing metabolism. When we do have clients that come in and they become like not hungry and they're starting to, go to 900, 800, 700 calories a day, I cannot check those macros. But we do say, hey, let's boost those calories. We give you tools. We give so many different tools on how to build those calories in a healthy way.
I took you off a case yesterday, Darce.
Yeah.
The boss had to step in. I had to take you off a case.
Yeah.
If a client is not eating enough legally, I am not going to allow you to check her macros because I don't believe in starvation diets. And what has happened is that client has crashed their metabolism. There is nothing they can do at that calorie level, at that 800 calorie level. There's nothing they can do until we knock it down 200 more calories, which would take it into the 500s.
Yeah.
There's no way. So legally, I say, I'm sorry, Darcy, I got to pull you off this macro case because this client is not eating enough.
Yeah.
And typically 9 times out of 10, when the client is at that low calorie rate, they are not losing an ounce.
Right.
Because their body is like, I'm holding on to the fat.
I imagine it as, because I'm a visual learner, but I also imagine it as, when fall comes, what do squirrels do before the winter hits? They're out, like as these walnuts and acorns are dropping. There's so many of them that they're constantly busy. So there's so much of it that they're now needing to bury it in these places, but it's like your body's like now doesn't know what to do with all this because it's all of a sudden now I'm getting the right amount of food that I need. I'm gonna have to store it.
Yeah.
Until I know how to use it. And that's kind of what this
those little chubby squirrels out there in winter, all of our squirrels in the backyard, they're all chubby. They're like, they have eaten and eaten, they have stored it away. Okay, so before we go on any further, we're going to talk when we come back about what to do and how to get rid of this diet mentality that is just permeating right now. It's normal. January through March, it's going to diet mentality, diet culture is going to permeate the atmosphere. But what do we do and how do we get away from this disease of I have to get this body fat off of me quickly? Before we do, I'm really excited about this new software we have. We are able to create meal plans. A lot of people say, Monica, just tell me what to eat. If you tell me what to eat, well, a lot of the meal plans out there now are like arugula and all of these things. I don't even know where in the world I would buy arugula. I don't even know if I've ever seen it in the store, right? So we have meal plans that are normal, that are absolutely normal. They're macro-based. They're normal. So you have a chance to download 30 days worth of meal plans. So we will come when we come back. We're going to finish talking about what to do and how to get out of that hole of gaining weight on a low-calorie diet. All right. Did you take the screenshot there and get the little QR code? It will take you right straight to that meal plan. I can guarantee you this, Coach, there is not 800 calories in that meal plan. Let me tell you that right now. If you miss the QR code, you can go click on the top in the QR code at the top left side of your screen, and that will take you to Empower Eats. And you will have 30 days worth of food, including grocery list.
Yeah.
So we make it easy for you.
Absolutely love it.
Easy for you. So in relation to what our client messaged us with this morning, what would be the first step in getting out of that diet mentality of low calorie food? Because we are so tired of seeing the diet circle in the the loss and the gain and the loss and the gain. I'm so sick and tired of diets. What is the first thing we need to do to get out of that cycle?
Well, we've got to overcome that desire to be thin and know that it's going to take some discipline in our life to know that we got to eat healthy here. We got to change things around. We know that slow and steady is going to be long-term, long-lasting success.
Yeah. When I have a client who is literally in panic mode because he or she only lost, half a pound that week, Stephanie said, "I agree with you, Stephanie." The words "trust the process" comes to mind. You literally have to trust the process, and it is so hard when we have been embedded with low fat, low calorie diets for our entire lives. It took me about 6 months to realize fat is a good thing, and the power of eating your fats, and the power. What happens when we tell our clients you're not eating enough fat? That's our common denominator when we have a session with a client. Typically, it's like eat less, move more. Our sessions go like this: you're not eating enough. Let's up the fats.
Yeah.
Get the fats. I want you to hide some butter in your steak. I want you to do this. The key to that and the most amazing awesomeness about that is our lifestyle has the same impact of the GLP-1. They're not hungry. You take away that ghrelin hormone that says, I want to eat all of the time, because you use a special tool called fat, healthy fat.
Yep.
Oh, Monica, isn't your lipid panel going to go up? Isn't your cholesterol going to go up? No, actually, it's perfect for the first time in my life.
Right.
The past 7 years, I've had a perfect lipid panel. And before that, I was stroke level blood pressure. So that's the first thing you got to do is you just got to settle in and you got to trust the process.
Yeah. You know what I was going to say, we don't like to do is that word trust. And so when we get you as a client, we say, hey, all the things that you've been taught in the past, everything that you've learned, I want you to wipe it clean.
Wipe it out.
And know that big word is trust your coach. Trust the process.
Yeah. That's so true. And when you do that, you will be able to release your calendar. That's the second thing that you can do. Release your calendar. If you have 50 to 100 pounds to lose, mark off a year. Stay consistent in that year. Trust the process for a year. This time next year, you will be an entirely different person, but you will have the power and you will have the courage and you will have the know-how to settle in for the ride. Now, when I hit my weight loss goal, magical number on the scale, that number didn't stay the same. It didn't stay that same number. I have to continue to work on that. So I was not released from my responsibility or my new lifestyle after I hit that number, right? I wasn't released from that. Did the scale go up? The scale would go up 5-10 pounds at some point, and I would realize, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? How do I readjust this? How do I readjust my workout? If I've worked out, okay, that's muscle, that's not weight. So I'm not going to go into my normal panic mode, normal starvation diet. I don't have that cycle anymore. Right. So I'm like, okay, what am I doing differently? So it's the process of living out your lifestyle that we do now, right? Yep. Barbara says she loves not being hungry. It's incredible. Yep. It's absolutely incredible not feeling the hunger pains anymore because you've eaten correctly, right?
Food's really bossy now. I think about it. Food's very bossy.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
Absolutely.
It tells
Yeah.
you what to do. It tells you,
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you need to eat even though you ate an hour ago. You
Right.
that looks good, so you should probably eat it."
Uh-huh.
We
Yeah.
go to food for our emotions. When we're sad, we go put our head on the food's shoulder. So,
Yeah.
it's very bossy.
Yeah, we are driven to eat. We're driven by convenience. We're driven to eat all of the time, even when we're not hungry,
Yeah.
because our friends are doing it. You know, we have to learn the power of saying no. We have to learn the power of saying, you know what, I'm just going to have a cup of coffee tonight because my body's not hungry, right?
Yeah.
I had my macros. I know exactly what I've eaten today. I'm right in the line, but I want to go out with you and I want to have a good time. I'm going to hold on to my coffee because I'm really not hungry. I'm okay, right?
Mhm. Yep.
You have to be consistent. If you have 50 to 100 pounds to lose, mark out a year. And let me tell you, you're not going to do this at the gym. You're not going to do this. I love the gym. Just went
I
to the
do.
gym this morning. Love the girls at the gym. I love everything about it. Not really. I hate the gym.
You get hope
Hate it.
molecules.
I love it when I get my love molecules. I
Hope.
love it when I get home, when I get home and I feel like, yes, but abs are not built in the kitchen or in the abs are not built in the gym. They are built in the kitchen. If you are knocking yourself out, working out every day, and then coming home and eating crap or eating low calorie, you're going to end up gaining weight.
Mhm.
Truly.
Yep.
Was in a restaurant business for years and I had to relearn my favorite recipes and they're still excellent. We can eat out. My hubby questions why I eat all this, why I eat all I eat and lose weight because I'm not hungry. So true. So true. So we want to encourage you today. If you if you are contemplating getting on a low calorie diet, you're going to gain weight and you'll get fat. It's all there's to it. There is no shortcut to losing weight. The recipe is consistency. The recipe is changing your thoughts, changing what you think about you. That's why we get in the mud with our clients. Our job, yesterday I spent 9 hours coaching. 9 hours. I was exhausted. When I got to the end of the day, my gosh, I put it all on the table yesterday. You did too, Darce. Um, the majority of my day yesterday was not built around macros. Not built around that takes me 5 minutes with my clients. The majority of my day yesterday was talking about what does your week look like? What emotions are you having? What thought processes are you having this week that are sending you into a pit? How can we change your thoughts? How can we change the addiction? I spent a lot of time with my addiction clients yesterday. That addiction has a grip on people that starvation diets will not fix. Will not fix. Oh, intense cardio increases cortisol. Absolutely. Absolutely. And in the presence of cortisol or in the presence of insulin, and cortisol spikes insulin. In the presence of insulin, you don't lose weight.
Right.
Period. Stop doing the low calorie fad diets. Those companies depend on you coming back to them.
Yeah.
They know it.
And
They know the science.
the low fat too, like when that era started, low fat has so much sugar in it. You're feeding your body sugar
Oh,
because they've taken out all of the
yeah.
goodness of it and over processed it,
Yeah. The
and all you're
graphs
doing is eating the
of
leftovers.
there's 52% of America is going to be obese this year. The
Uh,
graphs shot up in the 60s. What happened in the 60s?
Low fat.
The low fat fad diet. They say what we're doing is a fad diet and restrictive. My gosh, low fat diets. That is the fad diet. And that's when America became obese.
I have more freedom in my heart than I did when I was not eating this
Mhm.
way. I
Absolutely.
have a safety net
Yeah.
knowing that, you know what? If I don't make the gym this next 2 weeks, yes, my muscles are gonna go flat, and I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
start all over there, but I'm
Yeah.
not gaining any weight because I'm
Yeah.
not going to the gym or,
Yeah.
where I thought it was. That's
So
where
true.
I try to lose and build muscle and weight and
Yeah.
all that sort.
Yeah.
I have the
Freedom
safety
we have. The freedom we have now means we don't gain the weight back. And
Mhm.
I don't have to worry about, am I eating too much or too little today? I don't have to worry about that because I know where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
So we want to encourage you. If you are struggling with food addiction, you're not alone. 80% of the people that surround you struggle with food addiction. If you struggle with food addiction, you're not going to take care of the weight until you take care of that root. If you are struggling because you're on a low calorie diet and you need help, you're scared that you're going to gain this weight back, we want you to contact us. We want you to message us. If you are on a GLP-1 and you've decided, there's no judgment here. We're just giving you the facts. What happens with science? What happens with the math? The math isn't mathing on those things, okay? But if you're on that and you're coming into maintenance, let me tell you, you're going to have to do the reverse diet. You're going to have to take care of the root of addiction. You're going to have to take care of the stuff in your closet. Doesn't come off with no consequences. So if you are at that point, or if you know a doctor who has put you on that, and you can say, hey, listen, doc, I know somebody who can help me get off of this med and onto a new lifestyle where I'm not going to gain the weight back, we're going to partner with them. I partner with one already. And what I do is they're on the GLP-1. When they get into maintenance, I take them off and I reverse their diet and I get them settled into their brand new life, and they don't gain the weight back. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that, right? So if you have any struggles with this and you're just like, gosh, you spoke to me today, get on our website, find your coach, set up a consultation. We don't take clients in certain programs that we have until we've interviewed you, because we want you to be in the right program. Our Ageless Keto for Women, we do not accept any clients into that until they have gone through our normal 101 program, because it can actually hurt you and it actually can send you spiraling backwards if you don't know how to do it right. So we have certain things that we don't allow, programs that we don't allow before another. That's why it's just best to hop on a free call with the coach, and we can place you in the right place. All right. We are here every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Darcy was here at 10:59 this morning.
10:58. Let's just be a little gracious to me.
I was hyperventilating. I was sweating. I thought it was a hot flash. I've not had a hot flash yet. I thought I was having one. But here she is. She made it on time. So let us know if you have a topic you want us to cover. We will cover anything. I'm going to be doing a live here shortly to talk about my skin removal surgery. I won't make you sit through that, Darcy.
No, I have clients today.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid to talk about anything. It's the best thing I ever did. So I want to talk about what happens. A lot of people don't. It's an excuse, but a lot of people don't lose weight. They say they don't want to lose weight because they don't want that extra skin. You don't have to have the extra skin. Yeah, you're going to, but you don't have to. There's things that you can do, not even necessarily surgery wise. You will have loose skin.
Yep.
It's good to pro think about these things. Put together a maintenance package as you're losing the weight, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to do a live on skin removal surgery and what I did with my extra skin that I had after I lost 120 pounds. So I'm sorry, Instagram, for the photo. I'm going to put it in landscaping mode. No, I'm going to put it in portrait mode next week, because it was a hot mess over at Instagram. You could at least hear us this morning. So good to see everybody. Have an incredible rest of your week. If you've not scheduled with a coach, reach out to us. We're happy to help walk you through that. You don't have to go through all this stuff that we talked about today. All right, guys. Have a wonderful snowy,
rainy,
for you all in Florida, snowy, rainy rest of your day. And we're coming in for a snowstorm on Friday. It's going to be like blizzard-like conditions.
Ooh, fun.
Just saw it on my Facebook feed.
Nice.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a great week.
Bye.